What if I told you that your greatest failures could be the key to unlocking your true potential? Imagine a world where setbacks aren't roadblocks, but stepping stones to success. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a perspective rooted in an ancient wisdom. The Stoics, philosophers from over 2,000 years ago, understood a profound truth: failure isn't just an inevitable part of life. It's an essential tool for personal growth and self-mastery. Today, we'll explore how embracing failure through the lens of Stoic philosophy can transform your life and lead you to heights you never thought possible. Or failure. It's a word that often fills us with dread, anxiety, and sometimes even shame. But what if I told you that failure could be your greatest teacher, your most powerful ally in personal growth? This isn't just positive thinking, it's a perspective deeply rooted in ancient wisdom. Enter Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that has guided individuals for over 2 millennia. The Stoics saw failure not as a dead end, but as a crossroads, a moment of choice and opportunity. They understood that our greatest lessons often come from our most challenging experiences. In the coming minutes, we'll explore how Stoic principles can transform our relationship with failure. We'll uncover timeless strategies that can turn our setbacks into stepping stones, our mistakes into milestones of growth. By embracing failure as a teacher, we open ourselves to profound self-improvement and resilience. Are you ready to see failure in a new light? In the face of setbacks, the Stoics teach us a powerful lesson: our perception shapes our reality. When we encounter failure, our initial reaction might be disappointment or frustration. But what if we could transform these moments into catalysts for growth? The Stoic approach to reframing setbacks begins with a simple yet profound shift in perspective. Instead of viewing failure as an endpoint, we can see it as a starting point for something new. Each setback becomes an opportunity to learn, adapt, and strengthen our character. Consider this practical technique the next time you face a setback. Pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? This simple question redirects your focus from what went wrong to what you can gain. Another powerful Stoic strategy is to imagine how you might view this setback 5 years from now. Will it still hold the same weight? Or will it be a mere stepping stone in your journey? This long-term perspective often reveals the transient nature of our current challenges. Remember, the Stoics believed that true growth comes not from easy victories, but from overcoming obstacles. By reframing setbacks as opportunities for self-improvement, we transform our failures into invaluable teachers. Practice gratitude for the lessons hidden within your setbacks. Reflect on how overcoming this challenge might make you stronger, wiser, or more resilient. In doing so, you'll find that even the most daunting failures can become stepping stones to success. In the face of failure, our mental resilience becomes our greatest asset. The Stoics understood this well, emphasizing the power of our thoughts in shaping our reality. They believed that true strength lies not in avoiding hardship, but in our ability to endure and grow from it. One key Stoic principle for building mental resilience is the practice of negative visualization. By imagining worst-case scenarios, we prepare our minds to handle adversity. Try this each day. Spend a few moments contemplating potential challenges. This exercise isn't meant to invoke fear, but to cultivate readiness and appreciation for what we have. Another powerful Stoic strategy is the dichotomy of control. Focus your energy on what you can influence and accept what you cannot. When facing failure, ask yourself, what aspects of this situation can I control? This shift in perspective empowers you to take constructive action rather than feeling helpless. Developing a growth mindset is crucial for mental resilience. View failures not as definitive endpoints, but as opportunities for learning and improvement. After a setback, reflect on what you've gained from the experience. What new skills or insights have you acquired? Lastly, practice self-discipline through small, daily challenges. Start with minor discomforts, like taking cold showers or fasting for a day. These exercises strengthen your ability to endure discomfort, preparing you for larger obstacles. Remember, mental resilience is like a muscle. It grows stronger with consistent training. Embrace challenges as opportunities to fortify your mind, and you'll find yourself better equipped to face life's inevitable failures. Perfectionism can be a double-edged sword. While it drives us to excel, it can also paralyze us with fear of failure. The Stoics understood this paradox well. They recognized that the pursuit of perfection often leads to disappointment and stagnation. Instead, Stoic philosophy encourages us to embrace imperfection as a natural part of life. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Don't go expecting Plato's Republic be satisfied with even the smallest progress." This wisdom teaches us that true growth comes not from achieving perfection, but from accepting our flaws and learning from them. By letting go of the need for everything to be perfect, we open ourselves to new possibilities and experiences. Consider the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi, which finds beauty in imperfection. Apply this principle to your life and work. Appreciate the unique character that flaws bring to your efforts. To practice this Stoic approach, start by setting realistic goals. Focus on progress rather than perfection. Celebrate small wins and improvements. When you make mistakes, view them as valuable lessons rather than failures. Remember, it's through our imperfections that we grow. They provide opportunities for learning and self-improvement that perfection never could. Embrace the journey of constant improvement rather than the illusion of achieving perfection. By letting go of perfectionism, you'll find greater peace of mind and the freedom to take risks, innovate, and truly flourish. In the ever-changing landscape of life, adaptability is our greatest asset. The Stoics understood this deeply, recognizing that the ability to adjust our sails in the face of adversity is not just a survival skill, but a path to thriving. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This encapsulates the Stoic approach to adaptability. It's not about controlling external circumstances, but about mastering our internal responses. So, how can we cultivate this adaptability? First, practice cognitive flexibility. When faced with failure or unexpected outcomes, pause and ask yourself, what opportunities does this new situation present? This simple shift in perspective can transform obstacles into stepping stones. Next, embrace the concept of amor fati, love of fate. Instead of resisting what has occurred, accept it fully. This doesn't mean passive resignation, but active engagement with reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. Develop a growth mindset. View challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. When plans go awry, treat it as a chance to test your problem-solving skills and creativity. Finally, regularly expose yourself to new experiences and ideas. This builds your adaptability muscle, making you more resilient when faced with the unexpected. Remember, true strength lies not in rigid resistance, but in flexible endurance. By cultivating adaptability, we turn the unpredictable nature of life from a source of anxiety into a wellspring of growth and opportunity. Failure is not the end, it's a beginning. The Stoics understood this profoundly, viewing each setback as a valuable lesson waiting to be uncovered. But how can we extract wisdom from our missteps? First, embrace the practice of objective analysis. When you face failure, take a step back and examine it dispassionately. Ask yourself, what exactly went wrong? What factors were within my control and what weren't? This detached perspective allows you to see the situation clearly without the clouding influence of emotion. Next, identify the specific lessons hidden within the failure. Perhaps you'll discover a gap in your knowledge, a flaw in your strategy, or an oversight in your preparation. Each of these realizations is a gifted chance to grow and improve. But knowledge alone isn't enough. The true Stoic approach involves actively integrating these lessons into your future actions. Create a concrete plan for how you'll apply your newfound insights. If a lack of preparation led to failure, how will you ensure you're better prepared next time? If a hasty decision was your downfall, what steps can you take to cultivate patience and thoughtfulness? Remember, the goal isn't to avoid failure, it's to fail forward. Each mistake, when properly examined and learned from, becomes a stepping stone on your path to success. By consistently applying this Stoic practice of learning through failure, you transform setbacks into catalysts for growth and self-improvement. In our journey through life, we often find ourselves fixated on outcomes. We yearn for success, recognition, or achievement. But what if I told you that this very attachment could be holding you back? Into the Stoic principle of detachment from outcome. The ancient Stoics believed that true freedom and peace of mind come from focusing on what's within our control, our efforts, intentions, and actions rather than the results, which are often beyond our influence. Imagine planting a garden. You can control the quality of the soil, the care you give to the seeds, and the diligence of your watering. But you can't control the weather or how quickly the plants grow. By detaching from the outcome and pouring your energy into the process, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and disappointment. So how can we apply this principle in our daily lives? Start by setting process-oriented goals rather than outcome-oriented ones. Instead of aiming to get a promotion, focus on improving your skills and contributing value to your team. This shift allows you to maintain motivation regardless of external results. Another strategy is to practice the Stoic exercise of negative visualization. Imagine the worst possible outcome of your efforts. This not only prepares you mentally but also helps you appreciate the effort you're putting in, regardless of the result. Remember, by detaching from outcomes, you're not giving up on your goals. You're simply choosing to find fulfillment in the journey itself, embracing each step as an opportunity for growth and learning. This is the path to lasting motivation and true personal development. When failure strikes, our emotions can often feel like a turbulent storm. But the Stoics taught us that we have the power to navigate these choppy waters with grace and composure. They believe that our initial emotional reactions don't define us, it's how we choose to respond that truly matters. One powerful Stoic technique for emotional regulation is the practice of negative visualization. By imagining worst-case scenarios, we prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally for potential setbacks. This doesn't mean dwelling on negativity, but rather building resilience by facing our fears head-on. Another valuable exercise is the pause and reflect method. When faced with failure, take a moment to step back. Ask yourself, is this truly as catastrophic as it feels? Often, you'll find that the answer is no. This brief pause can prevent knee-jerk emotional reactions and allow for a more balanced response. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of focusing on what's within our control. When failure occurs, identify the aspects you can influence and direct your energy there. This shift in focus can alleviate feelings of helplessness and restore a sense of agency. Lastly, practice self-compassion. The Stoics understood that being overly harsh with ourselves serves no purpose. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend facing failure. Remember, experiencing difficult emotions is human. It's how we manage them that sets us apart. By implementing these Stoic techniques, you can develop a more balanced emotional state, even in the face of failure. This equilibrium will not only help you navigate current challenges, but also prepare you for future obstacles, turning potential setbacks into opportunities for growth. In the face of failure, our natural instinct is often to look outward, seeking explanations or placing blame. But the Stoics teach us that true growth comes from turning our gaze inward. Strategy number 8 invites us to embrace the power of self-reflection. Imagine failure as a mirror, reflecting not just our actions, but our thoughts, beliefs, and habits. By looking deeply into this mirror, we gain invaluable insights about ourselves. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily, writing in his journal to examine his thoughts and actions. To harness this strategy, start by setting aside time each day for quiet contemplation. Ask yourself what led to this failure, what was within my control and what wasn't. How did my perceptions or expectations contribute to the outcome? Be brutally honest, but not judgmental. The goal isn't self-criticism, but self-understanding. As you reflect, look for patterns. Are there recurring thoughts or behaviors that consistently lead to setbacks? Use this introspection to identify areas for improvement. Perhaps you'll discover a need to enhance certain skills, adjust your approach, or even reassess your goals. Remember, the Stoics believed that the only true failure is the failure to learn and grow. To make this practice more effective, consider keeping a reflection journal. Write down your thoughts, insights, and the lessons you've learned. Over time, you'll create a personal roadmap of growth, charting your progress as you overcome obstacles. By cultivating this habit of reflection, you transform failure from a dead end into a doorway, a passage to greater self-awareness and personal mastery. In the words of Epictetus, he is a man of sense who does not grieve for what he has not, but rejoices in what he has. Through reflection, you'll discover that even in failure, you possess the tools for your own transformation. In the Stoic philosophy, failure isn't a dead end, it's a launch pad. Imagine each setback as a springboard, propelling you toward your goals with newfound wisdom and strength. The Stoics understood that our greatest triumphs often emerge from the ashes of our most profound disappointments. To harness failure for progress, start by reframing your past setbacks. Instead of viewing them as personal flaws, see them as invaluable data points on your journey to success. Each failure offers a lesson, a chance to refine your approach and sharpen your skills. Take a moment to reflect on your most recent failure. What went wrong? More importantly, what can you learn from it? Write down 3 specific insights you've gained from this experience. These insights are your stepping stones to future achievement. Now let's turn those insights into action. For each lesson learned, develop a concrete strategy to implement in your next attempt. This proactive approach transforms failure from a source of discouragement into a catalyst for growth. Remember, progress isn't always linear. The path to success often resembles a winding road rather than a straight line. Embrace the twists and turns, knowing that each deviation brings you closer to your ultimate destination. As you move forward, carry your past failures not as burdens, but as badges of honor. They are proof of your courage to try, to risk, and to persist. Let them fuel your determination and inform your future decisions. By adopting this Stoic perspective, you'll find that failure loses its sting. Instead, it becomes a powerful tool in your arsenal, propelling you toward greater heights and more meaningful successes. As we reach our final strategy, we encounter a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, the virtue of persistence. The Stoics understood that life is filled with challenges, and true strength lies not in avoiding failure, but in our unwavering commitment to keep moving forward. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously made thousands of unsuccessful attempts before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This embodiment of Stoic persistence reminds us that each setback is merely a step towards success. To cultivate this mindset, start by redefining your relationship with failure. Instead of viewing setbacks as endpoints, see them as necessary waypoints on your journey. Embrace the mantra, "I have not failed, I am learning." Practice breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach allows you to celebrate small victories along the way, fueling your motivation to persist. Remember, persistence is a muscle that grows stronger with use. Another technique is to develop a personal mantra or affirmation that resonates with you. Something like, "I am resilient, and each challenge makes me stronger." Repeat this to yourself during difficult times to reinforce your commitment to persistence. Lastly, surround yourself with examples of persistence. Study the lives of historical figures who overcame great odds. Their stories will serve as beacons of inspiration when your own path seems dark. In embracing persistence, we honor the Stoic tradition of facing life's challenges with unwavering determination. Remember, it's not about never falling, it's about always rising again. As we come to the end of our journey through Stoic wisdom, let's reflect on the powerful strategies we've explored for transforming failure into triumph. We've learned that reframing setbacks, building mental resilience, and letting go of perfectionism are not just philosophical concepts, but practical tools for personal growth. The Stoics teach us that adaptability is strength, and that every failure is an opportunity to learn and improve. By detaching from outcomes and regulating our emotions, we can face challenges with a clear mind and unwavering resolve. Remember, it's through reflection and persistence that we truly harness the power of failure. Each setback, when viewed through the Stoic lens, becomes a stepping stone to success. By embracing these timeless principles, we can turn our failures into the very foundation of our future triumphs. As you move forward, carry these Stoic teachings with you. Let them guide you through life's inevitable obstacles, knowing that with each challenge, you're not just overcoming failure, you're mastering yourself. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences with failure. How can you apply these Stoic principles to transform your setbacks into opportunities for growth? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's learn from each other. If you're inspired to dive deeper into Stoic philosophy, explore the works of Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, or Epictetus. Remember, every failure is a chance to practice these timeless strategies and become the master of your own life.